Yo, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of The Red Room with your weekly panel talking all things Liverpool, good, bad, and the ugly. We thought Halloween is going to be quite a Halloween for us. October was a bit of a grim month, but the Reds, you can't keep a good thing down. Is that what they say? Is there a saying like that? I don't know. You wise men should know. I'm sure there's a saying along those lines. You can't keep a good thing down or something like that. If I've made it up, who gives a shit? People, Liverpool have just beaten Real Madrid. What do you care about mini quotations and mini sayings? Liverpool dominated Real Madrid. Liverpool showed a true sign of what they can do, and to discuss it with me here, I have Lewis beyond the cop, as it says. How are we, Lewis? Hope you're doing very well, my friend.
I'm happy now, yeah, because there's actually some positive news to talk about for once. None of this shitty things going up the wall, and yeah, look, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. It felt like we watched Liverpool of last season again. It feels positive, and it's mental what 2 wins in a row can do for your morale. I feel really good at the minute, but next game's the big one, I suppose. So onwards and upwards, see how we go from there. But I'm all right at the minute. You?
Yeah, good, man. Say that as soon as I start coughing. I've got Ben all the way from Dubai with me, munching away on his nuts. Pause. How we doing, pal? We feared the worst after a grim, let's be honest, a grim October. But November has started off with the bang, hasn't it? The fireworks have started, it seems like.
The Reds have finally turned up to the party. Look, mate, it's been tough on it the last few weeks, but a few of the lads on, the podcast I've got, Red or Alive, we were saying after the Palace one, surely that was the end of the rust. They started it, hopefully they ended it, and it looks like they have. And well done, Arnie Schloss. Fair play to him. I'm happy for him, man. Do you know what I mean?
That's interesting, because I was thinking, as I was listening to you, and as I knew I had you on today, I was thinking of all the things that you've been saying in the last month or so, and I was going to say, let's see if Ben's going to say sorry to some people.
Do you know what, though, mate? You can't lose that many games as any manager. Do you know what I mean? And I like the fella, but it doesn't matter who you are. You can't just go on that. If he lost that Villa game, it would have been 7 and 8. But mate, I'm happy for him. He needed that, and I'm happy.
Agreed. Mo, welcome back. If you've been away, I know you've been dining the missus and everything else, and you've been trying to get back in the good books. But you're always in my good books. How are you, my brother? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, good. Buzzing. I went last night, and my missus says to me sometimes, "Why would you do it for?" And I knows what the nights I do it for. Like, it was brilliant. The atmosphere was right up there, and it felt like last year.
You chose a good game this time. I was on your case for going to watch. What was it? I think you went to
Palace.
Palace.
Yeah, I done Palace. I've done them all. But yesterday I didn't go Villa, and I thought I'll go Tuesday instead. So went up to yesterday. It was brilliant. I got home 4 a.m, but who cares? Because I've had a spring in my step all day. It's a mad what a football team does to you. It's weird, isn't it? It sets my mood up all week. So I'm buzzing, and I can't wait for Sunday. Bring it on.
Interesting. We will bring on Sunday. We will bring on the preview and chat about all things Man City. This 3 games in a week we had, that was always going to be the key one for me anyway, but I'll get your impressions and your opinions on it. But Lewis, going back to last night, it just felt the stage was set, wasn't it? Almost like home game, bit windy, bit of rain, under the lights, Champions League anthem, and the biggest club in world football. And that fella that used to play for us turning up at Anfield. It was the stage was kind of set to show Europe, to show the rest of the world that Liverpool, look, we've had a rough patch, but we're bloody good at football,
Yeah, man. Look, there's no team in the world that, when they're going through a run of form like we've just been, will turn up in the manner which we do in Europe. It doesn't matter what season. I'm a history dork when it comes to Liverpool and a stat person and blah blah blah. That team that won the Champions League in 2005, it goes down in history. I think many people have said as the worst team that's ever won it. No team is like us in Europe. So it doesn't matter what form we're in, what situation we're in, who it is that's turning up, we will put in an effort for Europe. And Madrid were the latest team who turned up thinking they could get a result. All the news was, well, Trent's going to come, he's going to make an impact. Did fuck all. Did nothing. None of them did. Vinicius was in Connor's back pocket. Mbappe did nothing. They're the latest team to understand just what makes us special as a club. And we are the only team in history who every time we've beaten Real Madrid, we've kept the clean sheet. No other team can say that apart from Ipswich. We're the only team. We've got 5 wins against Madrid, and they've never scored against us when we've picked up the win because they can't hack it. And last night was the first sign, maybe Villa as well, but we looked positive again. And we looked like the first thought wasn't right. How can we keep possession? How can we make sure that we don't concede? We looked like we were ready for it every time we got that ball and went forward with it. And we stuck to the plan. We didn't overexert ourselves going forward. We didn't keep the line too high. We were defensively sound. And it felt like that was the result which we needed. Villa was one thing, but it's a Villa that are struggling. This is Real Madrid. They're going through transition, but it's Real Madrid in Europe. To get that kind of result against them is massive. So I'm so happy that this is the way that we've been able to turn it around. Because we've all said we were dreading this period of time. We were dreading this patch given the form we've just been in. And we've beat Villa, kept the clean sheet. Beat Madrid, kept the clean sheet. And right now, if you'd have asked me a week ago, I said it on Redman, I wasn't confident of us getting anything from this match. Now, I feel like if we don't get the 3 points from City, we've let ourselves down because we just look back at it. And I'm so made up that we've been able to find this form finally.
Bloody hell, you guys are some serious flip-flops, man. From having no hope.
All fans are, man.
From having no hope to saying I'm going to be disappointed if we don't get all 3. Okay, interesting. Well, let's have a look. We'll have a look at it. We'll have a look at Man City. But Madrid needed to be taken care of, Ben. They've had a hoodoo over us, man. We've been so unlucky against them. And a lot of the time, they've ripped us to shreds as well, let's be honest. But last season, I love the way Slot spoke about it afterwards, and he was so real. I love the way he speaks, guys. I know we all got our opinions on him, and some of you wanted him out. You're looking at YouTube down there. You wanted him gone, you know.
I said I'd give him to the international break.
But all right. No worries. But I love the way he speaks. I think he's going to learn to talk less over time. I just think he's excitable at the moment. He won the league in our first season. And he spoke about last year. And he goes, look, Real Madrid had a few injuries last season. And we were in form. And we caught them on a good night. And bang, bang, bang. But last night, for me, guys, I thought that was as complete performance as you can get. Because they were pretty much at full strength, barring 1 or 2 fullback maybe here and there. Don't know if you even get it in their strongest lineup. But they were at full strength, unbeaten. I think unbeaten. One defeat all season, I think it is. 1 defeat all season. Rich reign of form. And we literally didn't give them a sniff. I love games like that, Ben. I cry out for games where we're in total control and we look like bosses out there.
Probably goes far to say that was probably Slot's best performance as a Liverpool manager. They were immaculate over the pitch, Liverpool. Trying to think some games which have been his best ones.
City away last season, maybe?
We looked better yesterday than that game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
City had the ball.
What did you say, Lou?
City
I just think City away, just the way we handled it.
Our more complete performance was like yesterday.
City were crap last season, let's be honest, that game.
I think our problem with this year is too many players have been off form, whether that's been the manager's fault or not. You know, maybe he's just realised he's done too many things at once early on the season. Look at this, you know, with regards to the manager, I know you made that little comment there. I'm going to defend myself here.
Go for it.
My point was that no manager at Liverpool can lose nearly 7 in a row. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't matter. Jurgen Klopp survived it 6, and he probably got away with it because there was no fans in there, and the fans deserved to be with him again. I like Arnie, and I do you know when all this shit was going on about the press conferences, I stopped listening to them. Not as a disrespect to the club or nothing, because I'm obsessed with Liverpool like all you boys, but I know people just only tune into the little bits of it. Do you know what I mean? And it's easy to see the worst side of press conferences. So I stopped listening to it, had a little reset. And I think, you know, when he's in his stride, like he is now at the minute, the manager, you know, he has a joke. He's a top fella. He's a nice man. Do you know what I mean? He's a nice fella. And I want that win, really. I was the most happiest for him. Do you know what I mean? He deserved that big time. The players, you know, the manager has been at fault this year, Chris, but so have the players. They've been crap. Do you know what I mean? And I would go as far to say, look, we're not out the woods yet. You know, Chris, we're talking privately in the groups and whatnot. You know, these teams facing us at the minute do suit us more. Do you know what I mean? They're a bit more open. Let's face it, though, we face some horrible teams who just don't want to do anything. There's no passes of play. It just sits in there and, you know, hoof the ball up and catch us on our weak points. It is something we've got to learn, and that's the manager's job. They're paid well enough, but I'm so happy for them. But them nights last night that's Liverpool at the best. That's the best I've seen Anfield for a long, long time. And when Liverpool's like that, mates, no one can stop them. Certainly not with the calibre of players we've got. I thought Liverpool were fantastic across the pitch, mate. Every one of them. There's about 4 or 5 of them that could have got man of the match. And that says it all. Because let's be honest, our manager's got fucking Alonso's number, mate. He can't seem to do anything against us. And he's also got fucking Real Madrid's number as well. Do you know what I mean? Let's be honest, the style that Slot sets up against them, which, to be honest, I thought Real Madrid set up really weird, like Camavinga on the right-hand side. I don't get that. That just made him look so uncomfortable. But I would say this type of style against them, so aggressive, they can't handle it. You've seen it in the first minute. Robbo, right by where you were, Mo. Robbo charging down, putting it on them. Do you know what I mean? They went down dead easy. And if we played like that in some of the 2 finals that we lost, we'd probably win. Do you know what I mean? Overall, amazing. And let's crack on and go and beat the Monks this weekend.
Mo, in order for him to get that performance that oozed control, poise, composure, everyone knew what they were doing. Basically, he went back to basics last couple of games, hasn't he? He's literally gone back to last season's formation, last season's personnel. As I said, barring Ekitike up front, and then obviously Wirtz yesterday. Is that what was needed? I know you made calls for go back to basics, but then suggested diamonds.
I still live in diamond. I'm diamond. One day, I just want to see one day with a diamond. But yeah, like he has reverted back, which is a testament to him, to more than anything, because it comes across. At first, I thought he was a stubborn manager. You know, it's my way or no way. But he's shown that. Look, if it's not going well, let's go back to revert back what worked for us last year, what won us the league. So I respect him for that. But like Ben said, there were so many stand-up performers yesterday, and it's also noticeable that the last couple of games, when Macca seems to be turning his form round, we seem to be turning our form round as well. So I think getting a Macca in form really helps that midfield as well. To a man yesterday, they were brilliant. A lot of stick I've given myself to Bradley. Bradley was probably man of the match yesterday. Outstanding performance. I love Ibu, but a lot of people, the fan base is split with Ibu, and he gets a lot of stick. But Ibu was colossus yesterday. He was
like massive yesterday. Weren't he charging with the ball?
He was fantastic and getting a crowd up and everything. Like the only question I had with Slot when he was losing, I was thinking to myself, do you reckon has he lost the dressing room? Those 2 performances, Villa and Real Madrid, has shut me right up. No way is he lost. They were running hard for him. Like Wirtz as well, one of the best performances I've seen Wirtz in a Liverpool shirt. He did more running than any other player in Liverpool on our Liverpool team. The stats prove that, and he was everywhere. He was deployed originally on the wing on paper, but he was literally everywhere. And I think it really showed the difference between him pressing and when to press between him. I'm not throwing shade on Gakpo, but you can see definitely the difference the attack makes when they know when to press and how to press. And yesterday was brilliant. More of the same, please, on Sunday.
More of the same on Sunday. We'll come on to Sunday, as I said, but you started speaking about individuals, and Lou, I guess always the team lineup is eagerly awaited these days to see. And you went back to formation, normal formation. Robertson kept his place in the team. Right decision for you. Ekitike, funny enough, is probably our only fit striker at the moment, so Ekitike starts. And then the Wirtz on the left. We had a bit of a discussion in the group WhatsApp in terms of, is this his formation or is this a way of getting him in? What was your thoughts on Robbo keeping his place and the Wirtz selection?
I keeping Robbo in. I will get to Wirtz in a second, but I want to go back to this summer where I said, I think it was on here actually, when people were debating who goes between Robbo and Tsimikas, and I think such a large majority of people were saying Robertson's done. Robertson has nothing to contribute here. He gets beat too easily. Defensively, he's poor. He has looked brilliant at points this season. When he's had to step up, he has stepped up. He's got Kerkez come in, and Robertson, in this match in particular, he showed true leadership. Every time he was picking that ball up, his first thought wasn't, right, how can we keep the ball here? What defender can I pass this to? Every time he got it, it was, right, I'm getting forward. I'm making something happen. People were trying to tackle him, weren't having it. I thought Robertson was brilliant. And I made up that Slot seems to understand that just because you've got this new left-back in Kerkez doesn't necessarily mean that he has to play every match. This was tailor-made for Andrew Robertson. You needed that experience. You needed someone who was a bit more composed, I think, in that position. So I made up that he got the game time. And Wirtz, like, I think the general consensus from everyone, that's probably Wirtz's best performance all season that we've had since he's come to us. He just looks more and more like he's got free reign to do what he wants. He doesn't look restricted anymore. He doesn't look like he's having to sort of play in a way that's uncomfortable to him. It feels very much like Slot said to him, right, you're going to be out on the left, but if you want to drift into the middle, you can do. If you want to come back and defend, do it. You are the creator of this team. And like his passing, his overall stats and everything yesterday, 88% accurate passes. He controlled the ball well in his own half. Defensively, I thought he was brilliant. He's won his one tackle, one interception. I'm just made up that he's not. It feels like the pressure's starting to ease off him a bit because he's getting to do what he wants. And he was so aggressive against Madrid yesterday, who, let's be honest, if they wanted to, given the way that we've seen him this season, Wirtz, he could have easily been bullied off that ball against like a Tchouaméni or something like that. He wasn't having it. And I thought he was brilliant yesterday. And the others around him really benefited from having him on the pitch, which is why we signed him in the first place. We wanted that creator. We wanted someone like him. And now we're getting to see the best of him. And the fact that we've been able to accommodate him and Szoboszlai and Mac Allister and Gravenberch, and we're finding a way to fit them all into the team without it being some sort of compromise on him, is brilliant to see.
Ben, Lou made some very, very good points about sort of his aggressiveness. I love his mentality. I know he looks slight, but he's not. He's a fighter, you know. He's got a bit of grit about him. I know we compared him, or I compared him to a bit of a Coutinho, but he's got way more body strength and he can handle himself. Of course, he's not physically sort of massive and huge and like 6 foot whatever.
Well, he bullied Huijsen off the ball early doors, didn't he? First 5 minutes in the corner, he bullied Huijsen off the ball, and that kind of set the tone for everything.
He's got a bit of aggressiveness about him, and he had to play that. He played it completely different to Gakpo, and we can discuss it till the cows come home. We don't know where he's going to actually end up. Like, most of us are convinced that's just temporary to try and get him into a rhythm of games. He's going to end up as a 10, especially when Mo goes away, because then we're going to bring in Isak, hopefully. Let's see. But for now, it was important that on the biggest stage in world football, Champions League night, Real Madrid, he showed glimpses. More than glimpses, I'd say, handle himself. Yeah. And Luke talks about his opponents could have easily crushed him. He was up against Valverde, who for me is one of the best players in the world.
Dominated him.
He's a bionic man, Valverde. And I tell you what, I haven't seen Valverde as uncomfortable as I did with a little man up against him.
Yeah, do you know what, mate? I thought, he was fucking sublime, wasn't he? Do you know what, the little silkiness, mate? It reminded me like when Kvaratskhelia played against Trent. He could not handle him. You know, when you're taking the right back inside, they don't want to be there. They like going round the outside. Do you know what I mean? To be honest, he can't. For me, I don't think he was stuck out there either. The manager was telling him to get over on the right-hand side as well. Do you know what I mean? He was like a free roll across the front line. And I just think, mate, people have kept saying about he can't work with Mac Allister. He certainly can. Do you know what I mean? His little 1-2s. Because I think he's a massive confidence player, mate. And he was even moving into tight, difficult spaces, asking for the ball because he's so quick at moving and out of his feet. Look, for me, I think he's probably the best technical player at Liverpool. The touch, you know, the little movements and stuff like that. His movement around these players yesterday, they could not cope with him. I think he's quicker than people think. When he's, see how powerful he's running with the ball. Do you know what I mean?
He's great at like if someone's going in for a tackle, jumping over the leg to actually carry on with the ball.
And knocks the ball around them.
Yeah.
He's also not scared to take a knock off someone as well, because Bellingham done it to him, didn't he? And he went down. I just think, mate, I put a tweet out. I was like, "This is your night to shine," and he certainly shined, mate. He's a diamond. They can all joke about it all they want. Anyone who says he's shite, mate, is living in cuckoo land. It's only just the beginning for him. And like you've seen the link-up play, mate. Do you know what, mate? He was the highest of the running stats. And obviously we don't want him just to be doing that all the time. We want him saving energy a bit more to impact the game. But make no mistake about it, mate. He should be on about 10 assists anyway. He put a lovely one in, as you know, in the first half that didn't go to plan. And I just know we've got a gem on our hands, mate. And the manager, there was one point as well. I think when he put the pass in, the manager was screaming for him to get over on the right-hand side. So I'd seen Slot buzzing with him. No, when he put the pass back for Szoboszlai. What a player. It's only just the beginning, mate. And now we need them to do the same game on the weekends. So if he does what he does last night, mate, Liverpool probably win.
He's definitely just the beginning for him. We've got to be patient, but obviously patience is mad these days, isn't it? But Wirtz cameo, best game so far. Was you impressed with him? Is this the way of getting him into the team? I mean, I'm not one of these guys that starts shitting on the rest, so I'm not going to start talking shit on Gakpo, who's, I think, a vital squad player. But you can see the difference in quality between the two, can't you? You can see Wirtz oozes quality, right? A natural talent, where Gakpo, I think Gakpo is a very effective player, but Gakpo's more manufactured.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, Gakpo still chips in really well, and his stats are really good, But I think in the Premier League especially, I think it's a bit too predictable, whereas Flo can offer that something different. Flo also sees those passes of those, of the left back overlapping or underlapping. He can drift inside, create havoc from inside, from anywhere on the pitch. Yesterday was the best performance I've seen him play. And like Ben said, some of his touches, when you watch it live as well, like, I know it sounds silly, but the ball just sticks to him, and it's so good to watch, and you just give an appreciation even more. It's like watching tennis live. When you watch tennis ball going back and forth, and you recognize these are proper athletes, But what he does, how he manipulates that ball and gets it to stick, and he's not. What I liked about it, like what was Ben said as well, he's not scared, receiving the ball. He wants to get the ball all the time. And if it wasn't for that bloody Belgium lanky postman Pat looking prick in goals, he would have had an assist again, or two. He created 3 big chances. Was it the Dominic one where he came out and he saved one of his wide, he saved it with one of his octopus arms, the prick. But yeah, he should have had an assist there. But look, I think for now you got to keep that midfield the same if they're the free, if they're fit, okay. And you need to interchange between Gakpo and Wirtz on the left for me, depending on who you're playing, of course, But I'm sure we're going to get to Man City, but I would generally keep the same side, to be honest.
Thank God you didn't get to Man City, you haven't skipped topics like you do normally. Lewis, pressing chance after chance, like Mo says, that keeper. Listen, for me, he's one of the all-time greats. You have to call a spade a spade. I'm talking one of the all-time greats. Once he's retired, when we look back at his career, it just pisses me off that some of his greatest performances have been against us.
It felt like the Alisson PSG performance, didn't it? Like yesterday.
Honestly, I've got a complex after that final. Genuinely, the thought of playing against Courtois, man, just freaks me out.
I was at that game in Paris, and chance after chance, and I just thought to myself, this guy's a man. That save he made off Mane, guys. Do you remember that save he made off Mane? Pushed on
the
early doors, pushed onto the post.
He did one against Thiago as well, didn't he? I think I vaguely remember that.
Do you know what? We were the best team in the world. And it was literally him stopping us from winning the double. But listen, we won't look back. We look forward. Again, it looked like one of those nights until Szoboszlai delivered an absolute gem of a cross. The problem is, right, guys, some of our best crossers of the ball are our tallest players. Like Gakpo's got a good delivery. Szoboszlai's got a wicked delivery, and yet you think we want them both in the box alongside Ibu and Ekatike and Virgil, because that's five 6-footers in there. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. And then on the reverse of that, Lou, one of the smallest guys on the pitch gets onto it, puts a bullet header into the top corner. I mean, I personally have been critical of Maka, and I don't think anyone can say it unjustifiably. No. Absolutely right to criticize his performances for the last 12 months, maybe, but last couple of games, he's showing his quality. And like I've said, a fit and form Mac Allister is just a joy to behold.
Mate, he looked every bit as good as he has for the past few seasons for us. And I think he needed that before. He needed that ego boost, so to speak. He needed his confidence back. It's just, he ran that game at points yesterday. And I think Mac Allister can often go very underappreciated by, maybe not us, but I think a lot of fans of Premier League football don't tend to appreciate just how brilliant of a player Mac Allister is. He's honest to God, technically, he is one of the best since... I know Mike put a thing in the group saying he's like the best midfielder we've had since Gerrard, and it's a debate to be had. Like, he's so good. And he ran that game yesterday, and because of the work rate that he puts in, it allows everyone else around him to showcase their talent. It's why Szoboszlai has been so crucial in the first part of the season, because he's been doing all the heavy lifting. Now that Mac Allister's back in his team and looks like he's getting back to fitness, Gravenberch the same with them. It just feels like we've got a midfield that can just outwork anyone once again, and we're not relying on individuals. And yesterday, he stole the show. Like, his overall heat map is ridiculous from the match yesterday. His actual passing was incredible. I think he's on 91% for his overall passing, and he put in like the second most passes in the match, 52 touches. He was all over the place, and I'm just happy that we're finally getting that Mac Allister back, who... He's not the flashiest player. He's not someone who's going to, perhaps you're going to look at him every match and think, fucking hell, like a Florian Wirtz is doing at the minute, where you just admire every move that he makes. But he's such an important cog in this midfield. And it goes really underappreciated, I think, by a lot of people, just how talented he is. And hopefully this is just a sign of him getting over whatever knocks and niggles he's had so far this season, because we need him. We need him. Like, there's no debating it. People talk about Gravenberch, how important he is, Szoboszlai this season, Wirtz now. Mac Allister cannot be replaced in this team. I don't think you can get rid of the skill set that he has, and I'm so happy that he's finally getting back to that level after that match yesterday.
Ben, I don't know about you. I genuinely felt comfortable. Once we took the lead, I seriously couldn't see us conceding a goal. I know Mbappe had a little shot on the half volley with a side foot.
Yeah,
kind of curled away. I think Bellingham done a bit of stuff against Konate on the edge of the box where he psyched to shoot, and Mamadashvili made a good save with his feet. Apart from that, I don't know if anyone else can remember much threat. We just look like our snarling, aggressive best all over the pitch, where we don't let anyone breathe. That's our best version of Liverpool when we play like that. Was you ever in danger? Did you think there was a weakness that they're looking to exploit? Because I thought we looked solid throughout.
No, I think you're right. At Liverpool, we're aggressive, very aggressive. I think it shows where the Premier League's going. I think it's showed that in the other English games. We're quite dominant, the English teams in Europe at the minute. Teams like Real Madrid, they don't like that high pressure, Grizz. Players like the front line, we suffocated them. You've just mentioned they are like the two chances, Grizz. That's all I could think. Bellingham won, Mamadashvili the first half, yeah. And then Mbappe, we came on to his first time and he just hits and it kills right, doesn't it? Other than that, I can't really remember anything else. They huffed and puffed a little bit. I think Liverpool, they played like they did last year in the season, whereby they'll go crazy for a bit and then they'll slow it down a notch and just get their fitness back, their energy back, and then just go again. But Liverpool played the game how they wanted to play the game. Real Madrid could not work out what to do with Liverpool. The best I've seen Liverpool playing through the middle, which is, we've spoke about this, Chris, haven't we, on here? Liverpool have become an essential team with the ball through the middle as opposed to the width. And it was the best interchange of triangles from our midfields I've seen. Bearing in mind, they had Tchouaméni and Camavinga. Let's be honest, both of them players have been liked by Liverpool, because you and I both know that. And I thought the pair of them stunk the house out, and that was because of us. Do you know what I mean? These big midfielders like them with the big reputations, you know, you've got to work hard when you play us. You know, I think the last few weeks you haven't had to work hard against us. We've just been a bit all over the place. Let's make no mistake about it. You knew we were going to turn up last night. And I think you saw that with, I don't want to go into too much with regards to the Trent in case you will bring it up, but he's the epitome of them not working hard enough. Do you know what I mean? They were all dead slow, and the best thing they done all night was the touch from Vinny Jr., where he, outside of the boot, where he just stopped it dead in the first half. Other than that, mate, Liverpool bullied them again, and we were better than last year, I thought.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about a couple of individual performances. Because, like you said, in this kind of situation, like I think Ben said it, when you have a performance like that and you don't know who the man of the match is, that's when you know, like, your team's been on it. When there's 5-6 candidates, very easily 5-6 candidates, and we're going to go through some. Guys, just very briefly, we were all upset. Let's be honest, we were a bit gutted when the Jude Bellingham transfer didn't go through, because we were kind of nailed on and we were thinking, yeah, look, it's going to happen, this and that. But again, we got to take our hats off to the people behind the scenes that thought we could do with 3 players instead of 1 Jude Bellingham. And I think last night was the best example of that plan coming to fruition, because look, Jude had his moments and he's been brilliant. Look, again, I'm not one of these guys that's a bitter bloke and suddenly going to start shitting on Jude. Jude is a bloody good player. Yeah. But come on, guys. Gravenberch, Mac Allister, and demonic Szoboszlai. Mo, that is one deal that we'll look back and think we made absolutely the right call.
Yeah, I think Dom took it as a personal challenge, innit? Because we were linked with Bellingham for a long time.
Oh gosh, you're really informed today. You know what it is, guys?
Incredible.
Look, do you know what it is, guys? The older I think we get, right, we're supposed to lay off social media. So I'm doing less and less of social media as I get older. This brother of mine here, he's getting all the memes and all the quotes and all the nicknames of social media. Mo, what's the matter?
He's a great player, but he's a bit of Bellingham. He's a bit of
Bellingham.
Bellingham is the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
So anyway, so I was going back to my point. When we were linked with Bellingham, we didn't get him, obviously. We ended up getting Dom. So Dom probably seen that, maybe, I don't know, as a personal challenge. Look, I'm going to show you I'm the man. This is my house. You've come to my house now, you have. And it showed, because like he had that one chance where Mama saved really well, and he did play well. I'm not going to, deny it. Give credit where it's due, but he got overrun by our midfield. He can handle it, and like I totally agree with what you said. In this particular instance, it looks like that the 3-for-1 players were better choice than the one, definitely. I'm not gutted
at the time we were disappointed, but it makes all the financial sense. It makes the squad depth sense.
100%.
I don't know what we would have done, guys. I think we would have probably opted for a cheaper option alongside Bellingham if we got him. We would have had Endo, Bellingham, and another cheapish option. We definitely wouldn't have been able to afford Mac Allister and Szoboszlai. Maybe one of the other two. So it made all the sense, man. And look, they say don't look back, but yeah, looking back at that deal, smashing deal. We got to touch upon. Well, let's give our individual men of the match performances. Hopefully, we will pick someone different. In fact, we all have to pick someone different. So, Lou, you go first. Who would you like to give a shout out and a quick summary of man of the match for you?
Well, I mean, I'll go with the obvious one. I think Conor Bradley's just, with all the talk over this whole Trent bollocks and his mural getting violated and him apparently being unhappy with the reception he got, fucking blah, blah, blah. Bradley stepped up and said, right, okay, this is why we didn't need Trent, because I'm here. And he absolutely ran that show. The only thing I'm disappointed in is he didn't clatter into him when he came on the pitch. That's the only thing that I wish he'd managed to do. Curtis Jones had the similar opportunity and he chose not to do it. Cowardice. But other than that, Conor Bradley, man. Like that's him at his absolute best, and we need to see more of that, especially now that Jeremy Frimpong's injured. So, phenomenal player when he plays like that, man. No one better.
Yeah, I'll get mine out of the way because mine's irrelevant. I'm asking your opinion. You guys know what I said of Conor Bradley. I said it midst when he was having a shit spell. I said, guys, stick with Conor Bradley. We've got an absolute gem on our hands. He just needs to stay fit, and he'll show his composure. He'll show his levels. I was at his debut at Bolton away in the League Cup. He gave away a penalty. Same habits. Like, rash tackle.
Very tight, isn't he?
Yeah, rash tackle, eager, and he gave away a penalty. I remember Bolton away in the League Cup. Can't remember what year it was, but I genuinely thought, this guy can play. And lo and behold, 3-4 years later, he's probably a number one fullback now. But Ben, who's your shout out?
I'd love to give it to a player, Grizz, but I want to give it to the manager because I think he got it spot on.
Fair shout. Coming from you, I like that.
Well, I am a fan of Arne Slot. It's been frustrating for me. The game the other day frustrated me because I can't watch Liverpool throw on a game, which they did. Let's make no mistake about it. They just give it away. But I think he got it spot on when he needed to. He saved us in the right moments to kick the season on. But I just think, again, he's just bossed Real Madrid all over the pitch. His substitutions were brilliant because I even think them players spot on. Jones, brilliant when he came on. Yeah. Chiesa, Gakpo as well. Gakpo, brilliant when he came on down the middle. Maybe that's his new role where he's going to have to get used to. You just spoke of it there.
There's options, man.
Versatility, yeah.
Like for instance, you just said it there. The two strikers. Eventually, they're going to play. Let's make no mistake. I think like in time, maybe we go to a 4-3-1-2 type of thing with him behind the two of them when Salah goes into AFCON and stuff. So if Gakpo comes on like that with Chiesa, fuck me, we're in for a treat. You know what I mean? But I just think Arnie got a swagger back, and I think he deserves it, in my opinion.
That's a fair shout. I like that, Ben. Well done. Mo?
I'm not going to go the obvious, Dom, because that's the obvious. I'm going to give a shout out to my man, Ibu. He's had a lot of shit recently, and maybe distracted with his contract, and maybe the last couple of games, Villa and Madrid, I think he was really good. And maybe we're listening to rumours that he's had contract renewal talks, and we've heard today that Upamecano was potentially going to Real Madrid. Who knows? Maybe the good times are back for Ibu. That's why he's putting in performance of that. But I think he was brilliant. I thought he was brilliant yesterday.
He was amazing him yesterday, lad.
I thought he was really good, like solid. And Mbappe didn't want to smoke off him. I swear to God. He was brilliant. I also want to give a shout out, and this is a bit strange, to Mama. I thought Mama's distribution was brilliant yesterday, and I thought he was really calm in goal.
Quality him, lad.
Yeah, when he was called upon to save with his feet near post against Bellingham, he did. So, Mama, a notable shout for Mama for me as well.
Did you? I like that. Sorry, it's just a quick question. Like, do you know? This isn't a knock on Kelleher because Kelleher was class. He did loads for us. But with Mamardashvili, I feel like when he's in goal against Real Madrid, I feel like he's got the sort of presence about him. Whereas if it was Kelleher, I'd have that sort of thing in the back of my head of he's a good player, but it just feels like a bit of a big occasion for him. I don't know if I'm in the minority or anything on that, but he's just got a presence about him.
We need a bigger sample size to judge off it, don't we? Or
I've been vocal about the opposite, Lou. I think that's the one aspect of his game that he needs to develop, and I don't think he needs to develop it. I think maybe naturally that thing comes along,
with like confidence.
The confidence comes along, and that aura, you develop an aura. So I think Kelleher had a calmness and serenity about him. Again, Kelleher was a wonderful keeper, but sometimes you have to have a certain characteristic to be a Liverpool goalkeeper, if you know what I mean, lads.
Looked like a little boy in goal, didn't he?
Yeah. Do you know what
That's
I mean?
what I mean. Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, Mamardashvili, I was very critical at the Brentford. I lost my head with him. Because I thought he was so timid. You know, I thought he needed to dominate his area and box a bit more. And I think it will come. And I think I'm being harsh on him when that's the thing I'm looking at, because you got to remember, he's stepping in to no ordinary boots, guys. He's stepping into the best goal group in our history, pretty much. I don't remember Ray Clements at his best, but I was a little kid when Ray Clements was about, and everyone tells me how amazing Ray Clements was, right? So, but Alisson is an amazing goalkeeper. We know that in our lifetimes, or since our times, he's the best goalkeeper we've ever seen. So he's stepping into those boots. So, but I like that Mamadashvili's shout, Mo, because I do think he's been very, very good. I just think he needs to develop that characteristic. I don't know if he'll be able to develop it, but he seems a bit shy, a bit reserved.
He's young still, isn't it? And he's just moved to a new country. You know, we got to.
He's got this seriousness about him, and he doesn't. Even when you see him in behind the scenes videos and that, he's not very. You know,
there's a character yet to come out, isn't it? You know,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. And I'm sure Frimpong will get that out of him, like he's got it out of everyone else. So you're going to go with Ibu. I thought Ibu was immense. Guys, how do we feel about this contract? I'm very positive that he stays. I think he signs a new deal. What are we thinking? What's your very quick thoughts on that, one by one?
I don't know, is my honest answer, because I felt confident in the past. I was confident when Suarez signed a contract that he'd stay in the end, because I was a fit kid. But I don't know. Until it happens, I couldn't tell you if I'm confident or not, because if he plays like that, I'm fully confident we could keep him. But then I think if he's playing like that, other teams are going to be interested in him. So it's completely 50-50 for me at the minute, if I'm being honest.
Ben, Mo?
I'm still 60-40 goals, personally. Do you know what? One thing's for sure is, right, you know, I just heard you talking about it, Mo. He was brilliant last night, and that's the best. Konate's a big game player. Do you know what I mean? Grizz, you've been loads of games like me. He's always stands up in the big moments. He'd definitely be in the bracket if he signs a deal to be future captain at Liverpool with the Szoboszlais, the Machas. Maybe that's something in the contract that he potentially wants. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously Trent's gone, but yeah. We'll see. You can't. These footy players they're not our mates. Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, to him, he's not a Liverpool local lad like the other one. So 60-40 for me.
Mo?
70-30, yes. He's going to stay.
As high as that?
Love it.
It's changed a lot. It's changed the last couple of weeks, and the rumours that broke today with potentially Deo Upamecano from Bayern going to Madrid. Like, if he goes there, why would they want to go get Ibu as well? Well, you know, they got Militao, they got Huijsen. It doesn't make sense, like, you know. And would they want to go there and sit on a bench potentially, like when he could be a future vice captain or captain for us? And also reading into everyone saw the video when Slot was talking to Ibu in training, innit? Yeah. You know, just that. I just think he was engaged, and I felt he's probably saying, "Look, you're the future of this club, maybe." I don't know, just guessing. But I'm saying those two incidents have pushed me from 50-50 to 70-30.
We need them to stay. Let's be honest. We can't be buying halves and all that.
I mean, if he stays and we add Schlotterbeck or Gahey, that's a solid back 4-5. That is, I tell you. Oof.
Oh yeah. If we can add a centre back on top of Ibu, not, because that's the last thing. You're right, guys. We don't want to be revamping the
defense
section of the field. We've revamped the forward line, and we're kind of paying for it. In my opinion, I think we've paid the title for it. Like, by the time it clicks, I think it'll be too late. We've revamped the fullbacks. We don't want to revamp the centre-back scenario as well. And Ibu's vital, he stays, and then we add to that. And like you say, then we're probably looking at, as a combination, as a quartet, probably the best centre-backs in Europe, you know, alongside those whiteness from Arsenal. But I guess we got to look forward. And the trilogy, the third part of the trilogy of this week was Man City away. Obviously, they're playing today against Dortmund. Is it 0-0 still? Yeah, 0-0. Looking at their lineup, I wouldn't expect much difference from the weekend's lineup, which means probably no Rodri. But I guess we're going to look at our own lineup and think, do we do anything different? Because who we got? Have we got a game in the midweek then, lads? No, we haven't, have we? It's international break. It's international break. So this is our chance to sort of go sort of strong again. Lou, any early thoughts on what kind of lineup you'd go into?
See, in my head, I'm like, I just don't want to change anything, but I know that that's probably not going to be the case.
Why'd you say that? Why would you? Why? What are you thinking?
Well, because I'm just thinking you've got Mac Allister, who, yeah, he played 70. He came off in 79 minutes, but that was a lot of exertion for him after just coming back from those knocks he's just had. So maybe he won't get the start. It's in the back of my mind. I don't know.
Robbo 3 in a row. Would he do Robbo 3 in a row?
See, that's the other one as well, because I would love Robertson to start against City.
I think everyone would.
Like you said,
he's got quite a good gap though, hasn't he, between the Real Madrid game and City?
Yeah, it's like 5 days almost.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of time, so maybe it will. I'd be happy if he went with the exact same lineup, but I've got a feeling in my head that it's probably going to be Gakpo's going to start through the middle. Maybe he'll drop Wirtz back into midfield and we'll rest Mac Allister for the start of it or something. That it's not what I want to happen, but it's what I can see happen, and I can probably see him putting Kerkez in as well, but just because rotation fitness, and I think Kerkez against the City team who, you know, as much as they've looked decent this season, they rely on Haaland for pretty much everything. And I think for Kerkez, there's going to be a lot of space to exploit maybe in the back for him to work with. So if he actually utilises that space, might be able to get a good performance from him.
Ben, what you got in mind?
I don't think he changes it. I really don't. Look, if he's going to make a change, I think what Lou's just highlighted there, potential the left back and the left winger. But I think with the way them lads played last night, they were pivotal to Liverpool, and I think he can't unsettle it. I wouldn't be bringing Gakpo in. I think he'd look good coming off the bench. I don't think you can have Florian go and work that hard and play so good and then take him out again. You've got to reward. If you're going to go and fucking be one of Liverpool's best players against Real Madrid, he has to start Man City game.
He did it last week. He did it after Frankfurt, didn't he? He was great in that match, and then he dropped them again straight away.
This is a proper caliber team, Real Madrid. You know what I mean? We'd all say they're in the top 3 teams in the world. Do you know what I mean? Top 4. We are in it. I know we've been a bit shit. Us, PSG, Real Madrid, and fucking Arsenal. But I mean, I think he's got to keep it the same. I think that at the end of the day, there's 5 days rest. Them players will want to play. And I think they'll want to play because they'll want to change our fucking season round. Beat them. The title's not over.
Mo, Sunday's thoughts? Diamonds? Bring out the diamond formation?
No, I'll keep the same team as yesterday. One time this season, I'd like to see a diamond when Isaac's unfit. But yeah, tomorrow I'll keep the same team because I think 5 days is enough rest and recoup time. They're playing tonight as well, so we've got an extra day on them. So with that in mind, I'd like to see the same team and then do good subs like you did yesterday and utilize the subs well. But I think, like you said, it's going to be probably the same. If I'm looking at it now, Nico Gonzalez, Reinders and Foden in the middle. Put that against Dom, Mac, Grav. I think there's only one outcome for me. So,
Isak off the bench as well.
Yeah, Isak should be on the bench as well.
I think Gakpo will start. I think that will be the only change. I think Gakpo will come in for Wirtz. He's going to want to pick a physical, taller team because Man City have got a tall, physical team as well. I think this team was from Madrid. I think Wirtz was perfect for Madrid. I think he'll revert to Gakpo. Robertson, 5 days factor. You're right. If it was like every 2-3 days, then Robertson 3 in a row would have been a struggle. Because Robertson, I think Lou mentioned how good Robertson's looked, and I think it's because of the freshness. And we've had the ability to sort of keep rotating him and keeping him fresh. But apart from that, this is a match like over the last 6-7 seasons, lads. How many times has this been pretty much a title decider? pretty much, whoever won this would win the league kind of thing, or, you avoid defeat or whatever. Is it a must win or must not lose, guys? Where are we at?
At this point, must win. If we can't go through the spell we've just had and lost the matches we have, and then look at any match going forward and say it's a mustn't lose. That's for when you're fucking miles ahead in the title race. If we're wanting to get anywhere, you've got to beat these teams if you want to assert yourself back as top 4 or title contenders, however we're looking at this season now. Against City, the team who have given us nightmares in the past few seasons, the team who have won the league the times that they have, you can never play Man City and go, oh, this is a game that we just have to get through. I want us to go to City and put in as much effort as we have done in the past, because it's a team that needs it. It's a team that needs to be shown right. Fucking beyond Haaland, you're nothing. So we just need to absolutely stick it to them and put in a good performance.
Benjamin, Mo, must win, must not lose. Let's go on.
Go on.
No. Go on. Nobody wants to hear me.
The difference between Liverpool and Arsenal is Arsenal would be the ones to say we go there not to lose. Liverpool are the ones that will always say we go there to win, and we want to win. I think what it does for us is I think we will win. By the way, I do. You've mentioned about Ireland, Chris. That's their only threat for me. So if you keep him at bay, I think Liverpool will be all right, but must win. You have to win, and let's fucking beat these. And because you've said about the title thing. Well, at the end of the day, right, Arsenal are where they are because no one's put pressure on them yet. So let's fucking keep in there and see how we get on. Do you know what I mean? Must win.
Yeah. Well,
same. I was going to say must win anyway. And I think we will win as well. Like I said at the start of the show, I just got confidence back now. And if fans have got confidence back, imagine the players, so surely some players are getting confident now. And Man City will look at us differently as well. If it was the Liverpool of 2 weeks ago, they'd be like, oh yeah, they could smell blood. But now they're thinking, hang on, they just beat Real Madrid and City, Villa, and they look good. We're in for a test here.
Villa beat them the previous week.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm confident.
We won't lose.
Go on, Grizz, lad.
Oh, fucking hell.
We won't lose. But I don't think we'll win. I think it'll be a draw. And I'm okay with that, to be honest with you. I think Man City are in a rich vein of form. It's going to be a tall order. Pep's got the bit between his teeth. I think it's going to be a very, very good game. High tempo game like it always is with us. We get our formation right. We've got to make the most of our chances. We've got to be clinical because there'll always be chances against Man City. But I know, I keep saying it's only Haaland. Genuinely, guys, he's the best striker in the world at the moment. He's out of the world. I've been watching him quite a bit. And not only his goals, his all-round game is unbelievable at the moment. And you know what? Fair play to the lad. I don't know if you guys have been following his YouTube and that, and he's an all right laugh,
Sound him, lad, did he?
It's actually quite entertaining, yeah.
You know what? I can't hate him, man. Like, I want to hate him, like, do you know what I mean? But he's a good lad. And you know what? I'll let Steve tell you guys on the Big Six, but he proper sent a bag of goodies around Steve's ass. Like, what a gesture. Like, loads of money's worth. I'm telling you now, like, I don't want to reveal how much worth of goods. Just sent it around Big Steve's ass and said, enjoy. And Big Steve's like, I can't believe this. The best striker in the world just treating me like a fan. Like, love it. Absolutely. And so humble, down to earth. And he's like, fair play, lad, to seeing you. You know what I mean? You support the club and you support me. So here's a little gesture from me. Like, how cool is that? Like, that is so cool. That is proper cool, man. So, yeah, look, I think it's going to be a fantastic game. You're right, guys. You're right. We win, and it's a massive statement to the rest of the clubs. Like, you talked your shit, but we ain't gone yet. We ain't going anywhere yet either. For me, I just think it's a must not lose. We cannot lose the momentum by ending in the week or going into the international break with a defeat. For me, that's why, of course, I want to win. But for me, it's a must not lose. Must not lose. We had picked up a couple of draws, guys, in those defeats. Palace away, Chelsea away. We really shouldn't have lost those in the last minute. Imagine where we'd be. Imagine where we'd be. So that's why sometimes a point on the road, a difficult way. I know you guys are all hyped up and psyched up, and a couple of wins, and you all giddy again after you wanted half the team sacked. But I'm a bit more reserved. I think we've got to end the week with a solid display, and then come and attack after the international break again. But we feel better. We feel better. We feel good. It's not been a good October, but the November has started off well. Once again, guys, thank you very much for joining me as usual. Don't need to thank you. It's your show as much as it's mine. Thank for the people at Anfield Index for letting us do this. Shout out to the rest of the panel as well. All you subscribers, the rest of the panel that can't make it today, I should say, sorry. Go and check out Beyond the Cop. You already know he's on Anfield Index more than me. He's doing great work behind the scenes, and he's doing loads on his own channel as well. One of the hardest working fellas I know in YouTube.
Thank you, man.
Go and check out Ben, Red Alive TV, working their proverbial socks off to make things happen. So go and support them, go and back them where you can. Great set of lads. That's what it's about, being a great set of lads. I love lads that are exactly the same on and off the screen or on and off Twitter, and they're genuinely exactly the same. So make sure you go and check them out, and go and check out Cop What Man on his adventures.
LN Tam.
Cop What is any adventures, man, all the way from Wales every other week, coming to watch the Mighty Reds. Top fella. Top fella. Guys, this has been the Red Room, another episode in the can, another win for Liverpool. Let's end this trilogy of games with a win as well. And then the next episode could be lively and it could be tasty. Peace, love, and tranquility to you. Take care. Bye-bye.